What's going on, you bunch of heathens? We're back with the final part of Iwo Jima animated by the operations room. This one is called The Final Banzai and Victory. Now, we already know some bad shit happened at the end of the last one. And the fact that this one's the final Banzai, I can only imagine it gets worse. Make sure you guys check out the original. It's linked down below. And let's jump in. I love how it always says foreign on the very beginning of their show.
This video is sponsored by the Operations Room's new sister channel, the Intel Report. On this new platform, we'll be analysing the battles we cover.
Skip that. Let's skip that because we already know all of it.
It's nearly midnight on the 8th of March 1945. At the Naval Air Group Command Bunker in northern Iwo Jima, Japanese soldiers prepare to launch a massive Banzai attack on the American invaders. Radio man Tsurugi Akikusa begs his comrades to take him with them, but he is still recovering from the wounds he suffered the week prior as he dashed across the island to deliver a message to the bunker. He can only watch as his friends destroy their radio equipment and salute each other with a farewell toast. At midnight, Ensign Satoru Omagari leaves the bunker with a company of the 3rd Aircraft Maintenance Unit under the command of Lieutenant Hideo Koshi. Omagari and his men are aircraft technicians, and they have not been trained for combat roles. But they are willing to die for their country and have been given grenades to hide in their belts to detonate amongst their captors, should they...
Yep, I was about to say, in that, despite not being trained for combat, they will still do it because that's what the fucking their code calls for, which is super sad.
Be captured by the enemy. After 3 weeks of vicious combat, the Japanese defences on Iwo Jima are beginning to crack under the relentless pressure from the 3rd, 4th and 5th Marine Divisions.
Hell yeah.
The previous day saw the loss of Hill 362C in the north of the island, one of the last Japanese strongpoints on Lieutenant General Tadamichi Kuribayashi's secondary defensive line. However, many Japanese men remain hidden in bunkers and caves throughout the island. Kuribayashi is intent on preserving his remaining strength as much as possible and forbids his rebellious commanders from ordering Banzai charges. Over the radio, General Kuribayashi begs his men not to throw their lives away. Those who are listening obey their commanding general, but others are not told of his instructions and climb out of their bunkers.
Of course not, because the rebellion commanders don't particularly care. They're not going
to take part in the assault.
Oh, that's sad.
Omagari's company moves out with the 1,000 Japanese men taking part in the Banzai attack. They are told by their superiors that the objective is to recapture Mount Suribachi, but most men know they are headed to their deaths. They will also not have the element of surprise. The 4th Marine Division has noticed increased Japanese activity during the day, and its men are alerted to a possible attack. Lieutenant Koshi's men make their way across the Musayama Plateau, past the Turkey Knob and Hill 382, which are still holding out.
Turkey Knob.
However, a star shell illuminates their position, and they are quickly hit by an American mortar barrage. The mortars kill most of the men out in the open, while Ensign Omagari hugs the ground. When it ends, he makes his way forward to ask Lieutenant Koshi for instructions, only to find him mortally wounded. Koshi tells Omagari to take over the attack, and to leave him behind. Omagari leads the remaining men across the broken ground in front of them, braving American artillery fire. What's left of Omagari's company reaches a destroyed Shinto shrine near the airfield, where they find 400 naval troops crowded together in craters. The planning for the attack has been poor, and the leaderless Japanese units are making themselves easy targets by congregating. Marine artillery blasts the shrine, and the Air Maintenance Company is forced to take cover. 2 hours pass, during which time, one by one, the men...
Oh, I thought those were American troops. Oh, okay.
In the craters summon the courage to attack and leave the area to charge the American lines. Eventually, Omagari also leads his company away from the shrine towards the airfield. As they approach, they come under intense machine gun fire and are forced to try a different route. After walking for another hour, Omagari and his weary men suddenly find themselves in a quiet sector. Totally lost, he stumbles to a cave entrance, where a hidden Japanese tank crewman asks him what he and his men are doing here. "We are on a general attack." "What attack? No such attack has been authorized. You must return to your post at once."
Oh shit.
Omagari and the tank man argue until Colonel Nishi of the 26th Tank
Omagari didn't get... So he was... Yeah. And he's not gonna fucking believe this random dude until a higher ranking person comes
regiment appears. Nishi produces a written order from General Kuribayashi forbidding Banzai charges. Realizing he and his men have been lied to, Omagari and his men follow the tank men inside the bunker, where they will spend the rest of the battle.
Oh, I'd be pissed.
A head count reveals that only 20 of Lieutenant Koshi's original 100 men have survived the night.
Oh my god!
Those units that managed to charge the American positions are massacred, and the Marines will count almost 800 Japanese bodies the next day, at the cost of only 90 dead. The failed general attack marks a turning point in the battle. The remaining Japanese garrisons are severely weakened, and Kuribayashi's secondary defensive line is slowly overcome as the Marines cut off and isolate the toughest strongpoints.
Well, yeah, it also doesn't help that you lost 800 fucking men in a single night because your fucking subordinates wouldn't listen to you and wouldn't relay the orders that they weren't supposed to attack.
The day after the doomed Banzai charge, a 28-man patrol from the 3rd Division reaches the northernmost coast of Iwo Jima, with their commanding officer sending a bottle of water from the captured beach back to General Erskine as a keepsake.
Damn.
On the same day, Hill 382 is finally neutralized after heavy fighting. With defeat imminent, Kuribayashi retreats to make his last stand in the northwest corner of the island, an area that will become known as Death Valley. The last phase of the battle is not without casualties. The US Marines continue to fight for every inch of the jagged, rock-littered ground north of the 2nd Airfield. The Turkey Knob falls by March 10th, and the eastern half of the Japanese garrison is forced into a shrinking pocket. With the appalling casualties alarming the American public, the Navy cynically announces on the 14th of March that Iwo Jima is secured in an official flag-raising ceremony at the base of Mount Suribachi.
But it's not actually secured yet. They're just doing it because the public is upset about the fucking casualties. Oh my god.
Meanwhile, in the north of the island, Marine flame tanks are expending their napalm fuel at a rate of over 10,000 gallons a day to clear the remaining enemy emplacements. On the 21st of March, a 3rd flag raiser, Private First Class Franklin Sousley, is killed by a Japanese sniper on the northwestern end of the island.
Oh, that's sad.
On the 23rd of March, General Kuribayashi sends a final...
So what, that's half the original flag raisers? I think it was 6. It's been... We're on part 4, so yeah, it's been like 3 weeks-ish since I saw the first part. And where I think they talked about it, so yeah, it's been a while. Because I only do 1 part per week. We're finally ending it on week 4. That's set, so I think it was only 6 anyway. Which would mean... that like half of them died then?
Message to the nearby Japanese garrison on Chichijima. All officers and men of Chichijima, goodbye from Iwo. 2 nights later,
that's a hell of a last message to send.
In Kuribayashi's last defensive stronghold slip out of their tunnels and caves. They make their way through Death Valley and head south towards the 2nd Airfield. So few of these men will end up surviving, so it is unclear how they managed to sneak through the American lines completely undetected in the dead of night. They creep silently through the ravines and gullies
starburst,
that the Marines have been fighting through for the previous month. Some US Marines would later report that they thought they saw shadowy figures in the darkness.
Oh, that's some horror story shit.
The Japanese soldiers split into 3 groups and prepare to attack a newly constructed American camp. This tented area is currently occupied by Seabees, the 5th Pioneer Battalion, and second-line troops who are unaware of the approaching danger.
Oh no, poor Seabees.
At just past midnight, the Japanese soldiers leap to their feet and give a loud Banzai as they charge towards the camp.
Oh no.
The confused Americans are awoken by the sudden attack.
Oh, that's so
the
many.
The Japanese slash men in their tents with bayonets and then throw grenades and fire wildly. The fighting alerts a nearby Marine detachment and a shore battery of black soldiers who come to the support of the rear area troops.
That's so many Seabees who are supposed to be non-combatants dead. At least I think they're non-combatants, mainly. They're second-line troops, you know, I'm sure y'all understood what I meant. Like, that's so many.
The fighting is desperate and vicious as the Americans try to regain their bearings. First Lieutenant Harry Martin of the 5th Pioneers organises a firing line in the middle of the camp which halts the Japanese attack. At the same time, Martin realises the enemy has surrounded some of the tents of his unit. Armed with only a pistol, he charges alone towards his trapped men and is wounded twice as he runs through enemy fire. He manages to reach his cut-off Marines and directs them back to friendly lines.
Oh dude, you're such a fucking beast!
Retreat, the Japanese capture a 30 caliber machine gun nest and turn the gun on the Americans.
Oh, but does he take him out?
Martin again charges, firing his pistol at the machine gun nest and manages to kill all 3 occupants.
Fuck yeah!
He calls for his men to follow him into a counterattack before he is killed by a Japanese grenade.
Oh, rip
Martin.
For his
actions, Lieutenant Martin will be the last Medal of Honor recipient on Iwo Jima. By dawn,
I was about to say, homie better have gotten it. I have a feeling, though. Hold up. I have a feeling. 10. Martin? Ariel Martin. He was. Oh, was he the Pioneer Battalion? Is it? Hold on. Were they? Yeah, let me look at this really quick. Camp Pendleton. Oh, I thought this was a... Oh, never mind then. I thought they were... He said black, so I assumed this was like a... Because I know we still segregated units. I guess not then. Because Martin's white. Or at least appears to be. I guess not. Never mind, I was completely wrong then.
Almost every enemy soldier has perished at the cost of 172 American casualties. It is believed that General Kuribayashi personally led this attack, but his body is never found. The following day,
so what happened,
the 26th of March, D+35,
they never found his
Marine
body?
Commanders declare the island conquered. Easy Company of the 28th Marine Regiment attends a dedication of the new 5th Division Cemetery under the shadow of Mount Suribachi. 310 men, including replacements, served in Easy Company during the battle. Only 50 are left to attend the ceremony.
God, that's so bad.
The Battle of Iwo Jima is declared officially over on the 26th of March, after 36 days of fighting. However,
it's 36 days of fucking
Japanese
hell.
soldiers remain hidden in the miles of tunnels and caves.
Oh damn, really?
When the replacement occupation force of US Army units arrive, these hidden fighters will cause untold chaos. The 147th Regiment of the Ohio National Guard will continue anti-guerrilla activities to flush out these remnants for months after the Marines have left. Radio man Tsurugi Akikusa and Ensign Satoru Omagari will hold out until May before giving themselves up to the Americans. The last 2 Japanese soldiers will finally surrender on the 6th of January 1949. In total, the Americans suffer over 27,000 casualties.
That's so much. I'm surprised that they surrendered.
27 Medals of Honor are awarded to Marines
seppuku.
on Iwo Jima, making it the most decorated single battle of the Pacific Theatre for the United States Armed Forces. Admiral Nimitz will later say, "Among the Americans who served on Iwo Jima, uncommon valor was a common virtue." Of the approximately 22,000 Japanese defenders on Iwo Jima, only 1,080 survived to be taken prisoner. Over half of the remains of the Japanese fallen have never been recovered.
Oh, that's sad.
This week, on our new sister channel, The Intel Report, we'll be looking at the story of the Japanese holdouts on Iwo Jima, the last of which surrendered in 1949. On Tuesday, we'll be addressing the most heartbreaking question: was the hard-fought assault on Iwo Jima necessary? Next Friday on the Operations Room, we'll be releasing parts 1 and 2 of our brand new...
I feel like it was necessary. So the whole point of it was there was no other islands or airfields that could land the new bombers. Wasn't that the whole point of it? Unless I'm missing something. Either way, this was a really good video. Damn, that was a really good video. Make sure you guys check it out. It is definitely worth the watch, all together especially. Yeah. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz, and until next time, you guys take care of yourselves. See ya.